Trying to find a job as a young person in Canada right now is not easy.
I've been going to job fair after job fair. There's so much people in the same room. It's just it's very scary, very overwhelming.
You know, sometimes numbers don't tell the full picture. You can look at the unemployment rate in Canada and say, well, it's not the worst in the world or anything like that. And that's true. It's not the worst in the world. But there's something about being in Canada right now when it comes to being unemployed and also looking for jobs where you feel the sense of dread inside you. I don't know what it is. There's a feeling there. I have a lot of friends who've been unemployed for over a year, and they're like prime working age men and women, and they can't find a job at all in Canada. Let's discuss it in today's video. With that being said, let's dive straight into it today.
You guys weren't kidding. The job market in Canada is nuts right now. It's been on my FYP for a while, so I thought I would do a deeper dive on LinkedIn. I just sat down here, decided to do a quick search to see, how many jobs there were. I'm in the marketing space, so I wanted to have a quick look at the entry-level jobs. Obviously, that's, where Gen Z is coming in, so I'd like to have a look to see, how many jobs there were posted in the last 24 hours. It looks like across Canada, there's about 330 some odd jobs that were posted, specific to social media marketing. And some of them I just clicked in, had a quick look, and within even 5 hours of being posted, they've already received over 100 applicants. If that's any indicator of what is happening, that's pretty crazy out there. So I wish you guys luck.
That's pretty alarming. 100 applicants in 5 hours or so. And I've heard way worse than that, but obviously there's a huge demand, and a job like that, not that older people won't apply to the job, but it definitely is more appealing to Gen Zs or people just coming out of college. So it's an entry-level job and you have this many people applying for those jobs.
Trying to find a job as a young person in Canada right now is not easy.
I've been going to job fair after job fair. There's so much people in the same room. It's just it's very scary, very overwhelming.
Listen, the job market is so trash right now for young people that even the CNE says they received a record-breaking, listen to this, 54,000 online job applicants for the end of summer fair.
Overwhelming the amount of people that are here. I'm like, oh my God.
I'll never get a response on Indeed or anything. I was looking at all the jobs, all the people. I'm like, okay, I'll be here till 2 o'clock.
Now, this surge in applications actually comes as Canada's youth unemployment rate sits at one of the highest it's been in recent years, above 14%, and that's according to Statistics Canada. And listen, the frustration is real. Young people at the fair talked about how draining the search has been, some even saying they've been applying for jobs for a hot minute now.
I've applied maybe around 30 jobs. I've gone in some interviews, but bad luck.
We applied to a lot of spaces and none of them accepted because the job market's pretty rough out here.
But fortunately for some of these young people, they were able to walk out with a job.
We just got hired. The search has been so hard. It's just so relieving finally getting a job.
I'm very excited. I actually landed a job.
So I sit down. At the end of the interview, it told me I got the job. I'm like, wow, damn.
So BG Squad, let me ask you, because not many young people are as lucky. So do you know any young people struggling to find a job, and what do you think the solution should be?
That's crazy because the CNE, I remember when I was in high school, they were begging for people to actually work during the summer, right before obviously people had to go back to school. And I had lots of friends who worked at the CNE. I never ended up working at the CNE because I never really applied. I remember getting offered a job from my friend. They're like, hey, this booth here at the food building, they really need people. Did you want to work? And I was like, no, I like being outside playing soccer during the summer. So there were so many jobs available to me. I just didn't take them. And now I'm thinking in retrospect of how bad it is now. It is really scary that a lot of young people are begging to work and they can't find anything. There was abundance of jobs when I was in high school.
To all the young Canadians who are still unemployed, I just want you to know that it's not entirely your fault. There's not a lot of jobs for Canadians right now, especially for entry level. And if there is, they're being taken over by immigrants / foreign students. My advice to you right now is to stop applying to jobs so much and start your own business. The business that you've been wanting to do it for a long time now, just do it. You never know what could happen, and it's never been a better time to be your own boss.
Now, going back to that earlier statement I had about the feeling of dread of being in Canada when it comes to the job market and unemployment, I think something stemming from that is the fact that Canada is so reliant on cheap foreign workers. But on top of that, we're also one of the countries that is trying to advance as far as possible into AI. And we're researching and spending a lot of money into AI. And what do you think AI is going to do? AI is going to come for a lot of these jobs, especially entry-level jobs and low-skilled jobs. So when you're young and you're in this country and you're looking for a job, you kind of feel that. You know, you're in school, you're being taught these things. You're aware of everything happening on social media. Honestly, we're probably way too tuned in now compared to back in the day. So we have so much access to information, and a lot of that information is just giving young people a sense of dread.
Hello, y'all. I thought I'd keep y'all updated with my life, and I need to post more videos too, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I got off my lazy butt and I've been applying to jobs. This is a week or two unemployed, and honestly, not gonna lie, it's been one of the best 2 weeks of my life. I no longer wake up puking because I have a job to do, and I'm just chill, and I'm so happy. But I'm broke, so I need some money, and I'm hoping to work in tech support. I really want to be an onboarding specialist for software, and my last job was a customer support specialist for software, so that's really what I want to do. But I know the job market in the States is so bad, and I know, of course, in Canada it's bad too, especially in a downtown city. Everyone needs a job. I'm hoping not to have to go back to retail, because I do have a background in retail. I was an assistant manager for a retail store, so I definitely can go back and fall onto that. But I'm just so used to remote and hybrid now that standing on my feet for 8 hours doesn't sound exactly what I want to do. But I don't know. Tell me if there's any websites in Canada that are good for looking at jobs. I've been on Google, LinkedIn. I look up things like Rogers, Bell, any type of company here. I'd love to work for Wattpad, but you know. I'm just ranting, and honestly, I have no idea what to do. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, but I'm sitting at my computer and I'm applying to all these different jobs, and it's just so disheartening, or whatever you call it, when you click on it and it's 100 people have already applied for this job, and you're all right. I feel I need a connection, a lot of people sometimes get jobs based on connections, but I have 0 connections in Canada, so I'm just praying I get a job within a month or something. But yeah, I just wanted to rant to someone because I have no one to rant to about this job issue. So yeah, wish me luck and tell me how long y'all been unemployed. If you're unemployed right now, it might make me feel a little better.
Well, she said she enjoyed her 2 weeks of being unemployed. It's good that she enjoyed it, because it might be a lot longer than 2 weeks, especially considering how bad the job market is for young people in Canada.
Versus these 100 men versus that. Bro, how about 1 man versus 100 job applications? Last couple of weeks I've applied to 70 places, 70 restaurants. I wanted to be a server. Guess how many replies I've got? 0, man. I gave out in person more than 70 resumes, and I still got 0 replies for a minimum wage job. Bro, the job market is actually cooked.
0 replies for server jobs. These are minimum wage jobs. Obviously, you can make a decent amount of money on tips, but he had 0 replies here in Canada. I'm assuming he's in Toronto, because it sounds pretty accurate. I have friends who worked in the service industry, and if they can't get a job through a friend or knowing someone who actually owns a restaurant, they're not likely getting hired. That's just the reality of it.
You want to talk about unemployment in Canada? Let's talk about unemployment in Canada, because I've been laid off for 5 months. And it's not like I've been sitting at home doing nothing. I've been constantly applying to jobs. I've applied to probably over 1,000 jobs by now. And that's probably lowballing it. And that's not an exaggeration. I'm overqualified for probably half of them, because a lot of them were junior positions. Went to job fairs, went in person, tried to cold call people on email, Instagram, anything. People are there is jobs out there, but no one is actually getting a job in Canada. At this point, I'm am I supposed to be unemployed? And the benefits, they don't last that long, guys. And also, being a freelancer is very hard nowadays too, so what are we supposed to do as young people in Canada? Please, I want to know.
Well, for her sake, I hope she's still living at home with her parents because, the longer you're unemployed and you have your bills piling up, rent and everything else, car insurance, maybe you're financing your car, it can be way more stressful because, again, when that unemployment runs out, you could be on the streets. If you guys learned anything from today's video, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.